Hello, welcome. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? I had to think about that for a second. Welcome back. This is LABRISH Live. This is where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows from a Black perspective. And at the moment, we're talking about a couple of things. We're talking about Love is Blind Season 7. We are going to start talking about Real Housewives of Potomac as well, Season 9. A little bit of maths and a little bit of Brother. Anything else? That's about it, isn't it?
All of them, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to be chopping it up. We really are. For those that don't know, I'm all things Sugar and Shay Sade. Hey, and I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Yes. And guys, as you come in, please make sure you book that like button. Replay gang, do it too as well. Subscribe to our channel too. I know it's been going up though.
I know. It's doing well. We got to that 5,000. Remember when we started Love Island and I was like, yeah, we're going to get to 5,000 by the end of Love Island. We didn't, but at least we did get there eventually.
We're there now. Oh, yes, Nana is sounding much, much better.
I am. I actually slept through the night last night for the first time. I still have a little bit of a nightmare, but at least I slept through the night. Yeah, one of those dystopian kind of, there was a war. I was trapped on one side of London. The boys were on another side of London with my mum and sister. So that was nice to see my mum in a dream. And then Russell, the husband, was on another side of London.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I did wake up like, I had a nightmare, but at least I slept. So,
yeah.
I'm better. I am definitely a lot better.
Good to hear it, man. Seriously. Nana, what do people also need to do if they want to get a little bit closer to us?
Please, guys, sign up to our YouTube membership. I'm going to put the link in the chat now. It's just $1.99. You get an extra episode from the aunties every week as well. And it's a really good way of supporting the channel. We will start doing membership lives. And once we get to 200, we're going to start doing exclusives. Like members exclusive deals, like we're gonna put discounts and stuff like that. So
I'm ready.
Yes,
we're waiting for you guys. We're ready. Do you know what I mean?
Callie is asking, where did the braids go? For real, it's like she only had it a week in it. That's what it felt like.
Actually, two. I done really well. Seriously. I changed my hair a lot. Seriously, Kelly. So they had to go. They're in the bin. Also, our PR, we're with Vamp PR, and they have they're working with Rocker at the moment, Rocker Hair, and they have like an event today where I get to get my hair like slicked back or something like that in a ponytail, get to see their products and everything up close. So I'm going to do that straight after this call. So it's going to be a quick one today, guys. So it was just perfect timing. I was taking up my hair. This event came up. I was just like, great, I'm on it.
You got so lucky because I was totally like, how? There's no reason for me to be there. Like, there's just no reason. Like, what am I going to do? Stand there and be like, what am I going to say?
I mean, you can like look at the products and stuff, but yeah. Who else is in the chat? Who's here today?
So, in the house today, we have Yvonne, came in on time. Miss T, Sarah, Judy B is in the house. Hella Curls, Sora is here. Sure, she says, guess who blocked out an hour for lunch today?
Woo!
Sammy J is in the house. Lady Lyrics, Gilda is here. Shantae, hey Shantae. Shantae's made it. She said it's been hard to watch alive. Callie, Abyss, and Chandra is here as well from Dallas, Texas.
Woo! Hey, so is it Chandra? Sorry, did we sort this out yesterday?
I'd say Chandra, but I may have it wrong too. Or it could be Chandra.
Chandra,
I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let us know. Obviously, our accents as well. Do you know what I mean? But try and let us know.
We're really deliberating over how we pronounce her name.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's interesting. Oh, Chandra.
Chandra.
Whoa. Okay. cool. See, we would break it off completely. So, Chandra, shirt, the braids in the bin. You know what? Yeah, I might do. I've been thinking about it. Remember, I said that there was that hair company. I'm just like, I want them to sponsor us, right? The QVR.
They are on my list. Yes. I saw an advert of theirs.
Oh, did you?
And I wrote it down properly. Like, we need to.
Yeah. I just think like I like their crochet, human hair crochet thing with the little loop. I want to try those. And then also as well, they have like very long kind of twisting hair, like that you can do like the mini twists. And I used to do mini twists all the time back in the day, and I haven't done it for a long time. So I really want to try it. But it's expensive. I don't want to pay for it.
I know. I feel like there were so many different hair things that they have and they're different colors. I was like, that all of us could use it. Even when AK grows her hair back again, like that's the type of hair that she was always like, I need to get it from Ghana. It's like, it's the same thing. We need them, they need us.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect partnership. It will be perfect. Oh my god. Seriously. So that's what's happening today. I'm gonna get my head on in a little bit. So this is gonna be a short one today. Though, oh my god, sorry. One thing, that we was talking about yesterday, Nana, that we didn't notice, and only because social media, because everyone's got because we watch the show quite quickly from when it released to when we go live. We watch it quite quickly, so you don't necessarily always like absorb all the details. But in the scene where Marissa and Ramses were breaking up, did you see that he was wearing a thong?
No.
Yeah. I mean, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you're on, do you know what I mean? That's you. But I just thought it's a bit like it made a mockery of what was happening to me. That's what it seemed like. It was making a mockery,
like a woman's thong.
I don't know if it was a woman's thong, but it was definitely very high on the people saying it's a mic. Really?
I didn't. This is what I was literally just about to say. Is there pictures of this? Because I did not.
Yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
Guys, look, sure. Thank you. This is.
I saw boxes.
Oh yeah, real. Come on, please, guys. Please book the like button. Please.
How do you spell his name again? It was a mic pack. That's what they're saying, but it looks like a thong.
Yo, I did not notice that. That scene was still hard. Even going through clips of it, I was like, that was really a hard watch.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. I've not even seen people talking about this.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
No, like, hold on. I'm just gonna share. I can't remember where I saw it. Sorry, it's Stephen's, not Stephen's fault. I mean, I don't know if that's a mic pack. I don't know. It's like it's quite high. Do you know what I mean? Like this is where he's hugging her. So like he can wear boxers, but he can wear a thong underneath.
Oh, guys, what do we think? Is that? I don't know.
Why is the mic pack going down into a V? I don't know.
Someone said zoom in. It looks like an undershirt.
Why is it going down into a V again?
I mean, I'm not sure what that is.
It's looking like Savage times 20 to me. Well, I don't know. But like, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, anyway. So I just wondered if anyone saw that or was it just wild? But yeah, okay, cool. So we can debate. That's good. But interesting. But yeah, we're seeing like, I mean, to be fair, Love is Blind is so unhinged at the moment. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't even know. Like, anything is absolutely possible. Do you know what I mean? Did see Marissa. She came out with a response. She's getting. I think people are getting onto her. I think they're getting onto her because they're accusing her of basically begging Ramses to stay with her. Do you know what I mean? Personally, I didn't really see like that. Gavin said I spat out my tea. Sorry. I didn't see it like that, her begging. Sorry.
A bit. I did. It wasn't but a little. You know, she asked him too many times for me when he stated, "I'm over it." Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And obviously, it's because it's on camera. Like, most people probably would be asking that, but it just felt a little bit like he's already blindsided you. Let him come out of your face. Really.
I didn't see it as begging personally. I saw it as like getting clarification, understanding exactly where he's coming from, because he was talking in riddles as well. So like, what are you actually really saying? Like, is this like, are you just thinking out loud, or are you making an actual decision? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, but I feel like there's a lot going. There was a lot going on. She was going a lot going on through her mind. Anyway, but yeah, so she done a post on TikTok yesterday. Let me just bring it up, and we can just watch this real quick together. Kind of skip the beginning bit, but yeah, let's go on here.
She looks lovely.
She does.
I am seeing like some discourse online about.
Sorry, can we just? Yeah, I think that deserves a moment. She does look beautiful. You know what I mean? Seriously, she actually does. Not to say she didn't look beautiful before. She did then as well, but like, obviously that was a year ago, anything like that, and she's still continue to glow, and she hasn't had like, no, you know, like some of the cast members, they've lost a lot of weight, and do you know what I mean, kind of thing. So it's like part of their glow up story, but she just is a beautiful girl, just in general. Do you know what I mean? Okay, cool.
Like just going through a breakup and begging someone to stay with you. It's very interesting because it made me really think about like what our dating culture is like today, where when someone in a relationship is expressing doubt or is unsure about something, they you know, either bring it to the partner and the partner goes, okay, like, cool, if you don't know if you want to be with me, bye. And you know, there's that. Or you have, you know, the person who's feeling the doubts is unsure, talks to other people about it, maybe works through it and is solid in the relationship and everything's fine. There's just different scenarios. Regardless, what I'm trying to say is, what did y'all expect from me or from anyone who is in this situation, or anyone going through a breakup? When you say you're committed to someone, you want to marry them and you love them and it's unconditional, when they come to you, when your partner comes to you with doubts or confusion, what do I do? Just high five the man and walk away? Or do I sit there and say, well, what's going on? Let's talk about this. You weren't feeling this way yesterday. What's going on? That is not begging someone to stay with them.
So, I mean, she's absolutely right. That is the mature approach. I'm going to say is the mature approach to kind of deal with it. I think it's a normal, what you would naturally do anyway, right? Like, I don't think she'd done anything like that was super out of the blue, and she was overcome with emotion, which is also really normal and natural. No,
it is understandable in those circumstances. I feel like even within the edit, they labored it. Like, it's such a long amount of time that was spent on those two in a really distressing state. I think that's the thing where she probably got more of people being like, girl, you needed to just leave him time ago, because it was uncomfortable for us to all witness her pain. Really, if we're all honest and put our hands up, it's just, we just didn't want to watch a woman being broken by that man. And
that man with those two little plaits coming out of his head.
And why was that ignored? Like, his two dreads. I need a conversation about the two dreads. Like, he has the gall.
He does have the gall to be swinging them around and talking about, I don't know what's going on. But then I'm looking at you, of course you don't know what's going on. Like, do you know what I mean? Annoying.
It's true, he doesn't. Should I have dreads? Should I not? Should I be curly? Should I have a fade? He doesn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah. I felt for her though. I feel for her.
Yeah, no, same. Hello, Kels. Check our comments. People agree with me, you know. People, I forget. I did tell because I was messaging Queen E yesterday, and she said that she spat out her drink when I said
about Julia Stiles.
yeah.
I still don't see it. I saw people in the comments start being like, Sade, I see what you're saying. I think they're lying. I think they're just
no.
I'm calling cap on anyone. I don't care if you're in the chat.
No.
It's not true.
No, I need to do a side by side comparison. That's what I'm gonna do. So you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, back to this.
Asking someone, are you sure, is not begging them to say. It's saying, are you sure that you feel confident in the decision, or is it something you want to sleep on? It is not a begging. And if you think it is, I can't change your mind, but I just think it's fascinating because in today's society, we're always talking about like, I want someone to commit. I want someone to be there for me. I want you to be my confidant, my ride and die. But then when you see someone.
So yeah, just had to pause her there. See this whole, I want you to be my ride or die. No, that should not be the norm now. Okay. Our generation, had to suffer that shit. Okay. Yeah. And we've left it where it was. Back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, we left it there.
I want to ride or die chick.
Yeah.
It was that track.
Yeah. There was multiple rappers talking about that's what they want. Do you know what I mean? Multiple girls saying that's what I'm gonna give to you, that's who I am. And we thought, yeah. And then we realized no, we do not want this. It's not for us, it's not our portion. Do you know what I mean? So no, we need to leave that alone. Honestly. Poor Marissa. And Monica as well. Jesus.
Yeah.
Stop.
To be fair, and Ashley.
Oh my God, they're all of them. It's gone. Seriously. Let me put it up. So just said ride or die, and they usually die.
No. Shared, spot on. Crash and burn.
I with them or the relationship. No one wants that. Let it go. Do not have that mentality. Seriously. Woo. Okay. So let's continue.
Doing that, people are really quick to judge and say, like, I would never. Well, one, would you ever go on TV and put your life, out like I did and be vulnerable? A lot of people wouldn't do that. And it's a hard thing. And like, not everything was perfect. Not everything's pretty. And I wasn't perfect. And I have room to grow and things like that. But at the end of the day, I just think it's important to keep in mind, like, if you're single and you're out there and you're trying to date, like, you don't have to beg someone to be with you. If they're telling you the words, like, I don't want to be with you, you got to listen to what they're saying. But if you're with somebody who you love and they're coming to you with some doubts and confusions and they don't want to make a rash decision, I think it's completely fair to talk to them and try to reason with them. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a psychologist would tell me I'm freaking wrong, but that is my 2 cents on that. And so, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the season and saw the beautiful weddings. And yeah, stay tuned. Spoiler alert.
So, yeah, I can't lie. I can't lie. In my adulthood, I would never. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm really not doing that. Like, me now, obviously, I can't, like, I can confidently say and be honest and say that I have done that in the past. Like, do you know what I mean? But I was young and very stupid and very naive. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I didn't know anything. But by the time I hit my 30s, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way.
Yeah. And I think Ramses had showed her enough of him being a little bit of a flip-flop to not have gone so hard in. And for her to actually have some doubts as to, do you really want to marry this dude? So really her thing should have been like, I probably was I was naive with this. Like, because you were really going to say yes to this man who had basically been saying you need to go on birth control. He had already said he was having doubts. Like, you got to see the signs before you even try and reason it out with somebody. Because sometimes it is a bit like, okay, cool. Let's free this. Like, let's end it.
No, I agree. Seriously. So I love to see. I love Love is Blind 40 plus. I'd expect more level-headed people. I think you'll get absolute carnage.
I don't know if you're going to see that, but it would be good though.
It would be good. It would be good.
Good TV.
But I think you would get more people like Rochelle across the board. Because when you hit your 40s, you don't care, you know. The level of not caring is so high. Like,
yes. I think the carnage would be in a different way. And also people are going to come with way more different levels of baggage anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The drama scope could be phenomenal. Like, they should actually do it, but you're going to have less people willing to do it. Like, actually really bear themselves on TV like a younger person would. I think it would be harder to find a cast in their 40s and 50s that would be prepared to do that.
Yeah, you think? Because there's so many divorcees, there's so many, like, you know, women and men whose like children have like, what do you call it, empty nesters. Their children have like grown up and left now. Like, I feel like I find it out there.
I wonder because like your mum, my dad is so kind of sane and sanitized. It's lovely to watch. But there's no real drama in it. Like, it's
but it's also British though. Do you know what I mean? Like, is there?
Yeah, I think an American season absolutely needs to happen first before.
It would be really, really cool. Seriously. Also, I'll just like Marissa spoke to Glamour as well, right? And oh gosh, I felt like I was going through the article and everything like that. I wish it was a video. It would have been nicer. I don't know.
I know she's like really come out and gone headstrong into doing press, which is really good before everybody else. But this seemed to come out exactly the same time as she did the podcast with Nick.
Yes, which I did watch.
Yeah. How do you pronounce his surname? Vial.
Vial Files?
Yeah.
Vial Files? I think it's that. Yeah. I watched it, but that seemed to be done before the last episode dropped.
Oh, okay. So she can't go into that part too much.
Yeah.
She doesn't touch on the breakup. She just talked about the sperm stuff because that was the clip I saw.
Yeah, that's basically what she talked about, kind of thing. So there was no kind of like added detail there. Do you know what I mean? And it was a video call as well. It wasn't like she was in studio, kind of thing. But yeah. There was a bit, because sorry, this is quite long, so I'm not going to go through everything. But she did ask. Oh yeah, so like, okay, let's go here. So basically, the interview was saying that, you know, it was gut-wrenching, like watching you sob was such a stark contrast to other breakups that we'd witnessed this season, which is very true. It was very deep, it was very emotional. Do you know what I mean? She says, you know, I think with the other couples, the difference was none of us saw this breakup come in. It wasn't like me and him were having big fights. The military conversation and the sex and all that were both discussions that you just needed to keep having as a couple. And I didn't think that they were game changers at the time. I asked him so many times, are you sure? And it wasn't because I wasn't sure. It was because things were going so good. He would always say 100% love of my life, soulmate, gonna marry you. And I take people at face value, and Ramses never led me to believe that I shouldn't believe what's coming out of his mouth. And so when he said we should break up and I don't want to date you, then the interviewer jumps in. It's just like, wait, what? And I was just like, that sounds like something I would say.
Whoa, I didn't know he went straight.
And I don't want to date you.
Yeah, he was like, it's kind of done. Yeah, for real. He did say that.
Yeah. But like, that was a lot. That was a lot. He was like, wait, what? And Marissa goes on to say, I offered not to get married. We can stay engaged, or we can do everything on our own timeline. We don't have to move in immediately. That was never the plan anyway. We don't have to be engaged to date, but it was a hard no. And that's what really pulled me up. Yeah.
Ramses is wicked. No,
he's wicked. Him and Stephen are the same. What?
No.
Yeah.
No. That's out of order. So not even a No, that's so from straight left. 2 days, we're getting married. Now you're talking about I had a conversation with my niece's mum,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even want to see you anymore.
Yep.
Come on now, bro.
No, he's taking a piss. He's taking a piss. She goes on to say, and that's what really tore me up. I'm a very smart person. I've spent a lot of years in therapy and I really know what I want. And it really turned me upside down. Like it made me really question everything I've ever believed in. And the interviewer says, I know that you haven't seen the episode yet, but what's not in it? You asked to continue to date outside of the show. And he said no, absolutely. He said no, absolutely not.
Whew.
Did he give this is so painful. Did he give an explanation? She says, throughout the whole breakup, which made it worse, he couldn't really give me a reason. To this day, I don't know if he really had a good reason. I think he's tried to pinpoint certain things like that. I listen to podcasts in the morning and I sing in the shower type of stuff. But at the time of the breakup, he was like, I don't feel at peace anymore. And I feel like our energies are off and I'm going to hurt you in 5 years, but I love you and I want to be with you, but this is moving fast. What the fuck is he talking about?
Make sense.
It doesn't even make any sense.
It make sense. The run, of course, of okay, so you do shit in the morning that may annoy you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody has that. I'm gonna hurt you in 5 years. She didn't say you got to get married. She's like, we could date. So
yeah.
Either way, like a 5-year relationship, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that you can't even say, you know what? It's this this that happens that I'm like I can't even live with it. No, he's chatting shit. Something else is going on.
Properly.
That was waffle. That's waffle explanations. That's wild shit.
Basically, as the Tash said, it sounds like word salad. That's exactly what it sounds like. Seriously. She goes on to say, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just not move as fast. You stay in DC, I stay in Baltimore, but we'll stay together. And he was like, no. And that was very hard to grasp. How do you supposedly love this person so much and they don't want to be with you? Then I was thinking, it's me because he's saying it's my energy. Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. No, he's horrid. That's crazy work.
It's terrible, right?
No.
I just thought it was bad. I just thought it was bad. I just thought it was bad. Seriously. I think like when you're saying it's someone's energy, what are they supposed? First of all, yeah, because she asked for something tangible in that conversation, and his response was like, "Our energies, like your energy might be too much for me." First of all, that's not even tangible. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not even bloody tangible. It's so annoying, and it's just like, well, you're basically saying, not even me, like something I'm doing that is pissing you off, or you can't do you know what I mean? That's annoying you, whatever kind of thing, or giving you a doubt. It's not even me physically doing something. You're saying the essence of me, the essence, the thing that I can't explain, that scientists can't explain, yeah? Parts of my soul, what I'm radiating, given that my aura is not meshing with your aura. How can I not interpret that as me? Do you know what I mean? Like, how can, like, that is such wicked work.
It's just bullshit. Like he's not telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because 2 days ago you're talking about I'm 100%.
Yeah.
Something. So then you're lying. So it's either I can take this as you lied throughout this whole process. You were lying every single day. There was always a niggle. So even if you're saying, "Oh, I'm saying 100%," realistically, the lie is you was probably about 60.
Right.
60 in favor of I may go through with this, but there was a whole 40% that you was not talking about, and you're just going along with it.
Yeah.
And to be like, they're not even arguing, they're just bumbling through. So she's then checking in as you would, just like, are you sure everything is cool?
Yeah.
Like, you'd just be like, are you sure you're not suppressing something? Like, nah, man. Not for you to then be like, we can't even date. We're not even dating anymore. Like, we're not going to just finish this process and date. You're like, it's done. Like Tim, it's done. I never want to see your face again. Like, like, what the hell is wrong with these men? That is wild.
It doesn't have to be this harsh, guys. Like, honestly, you don't have to be like, if you don't if you don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to be with someone, it just doesn't have to be so damaging. Like, you don't have to do things that are going to be so I just thought it's horrible, really horrible. And like her having to live with that and actually be embarrassed like that on national television when all she done really is just like him, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Ooh, Gilda.
Oh,
Gilda's been a member. Let me put it on. Are you okay there?
sorry, I didn't realize that I'd actually not plugged in my my laptop.
Oh,
It's on fire.
what's going on? Oh, Gilda has been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much, Gilda. Appreciate you. She's saying Ramases just wanted to smash raw, and that's all. Yes, absolutely.
He did, and that's gross as well. Look at all of that.
Horrible. It's actually horrible.
So imagine if she had just been cool with all of his little things that he wanted to do, got pregnant, then you're gonna just be leaving her like, yeah, no, sorry. Horrible work, horrible work. He hasn't been talking either. So again, all of these men being silent. I need to hear. Speak up.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear.
Oh, I want to hear him explain this.
Huh? Say again?
I want to hear him explain this properly. Like, actually, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by energy? Like, so was you lying? Like, I want him to be under fire and answer all of the questions.
But he's not going to be able to answer the questions, Nana, and he's just going to embarrass her further. That's the thing. And I just don't want her to suffer anymore. Like, do you know what I mean? that's I'm just like, oh my God, I know he's gonna say some embarrassing things. Because he doesn't actually have the range that he thinks he does, you know, like he really doesn't. Like, he's not all of these things, and like him being this, you know.
Let me go to, because I did see him talking on his page. He was answering questions, but it was early on because he hasn't been posting. He's doing that shizzle. I mean, even if you look at his page, because he was posting during the show, it's pictures of the two of them. Like, you're so insane. Why is this sitting on your Instagram page for her to see? It's horrible work.
It's horrible. I would block him. Shantae says that raw sex must have fertilized his 2 locks. Gavin saying
so on his page, somebody says, you disappointed me, in quotes, Mr. Progressive Men. Her health comes before your pleasure. And he says, I agree 1000%. There's a lot missing in that conversation. Promise, Marissa and I will clear it up soon.
Well, this is the thing. So on the Nick Vidal, shall we watch that
a little bit?
Up? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because in that conversation, she basically says, because he asks her, do you think he's going to come out and say something? If he does, do you think he's going to blame editing? Valid question. And like, she's just like, well, he could, but like, it kind of fell the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was, to me, she said something along those lines. Let me not directly quote. Let me just find it. But I was just like, this is interesting. But they were talking about a different. They were talking about the first half of the conversation that's in episode 6. So they didn't talk about the breakup, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me find it. Get maybe some comments while I'm doing this.
All right, so Sonia Barley says, Marissa, this is what happens when you put God aside.
What?
Marissa, here we go. And Shantae says, I'm on his Insta now. This man is a psychopath. He definitely displays some real heavy shit. And we have a new member has just come in.
Oh,
Is that Shamsi? I think
Shamsi, yeah.
Shamsi has become a member. Welcome to the family. Oh my God!
Welcome to the family.
Yay! Melanin Saver has just sent us 30. I don't know what that denomination is. I don't know what that money is. But QAR, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I hate that he can be so confident in Marissa's loyalty because he knows she's she's got a good heart and will look past his utter uselessness. Yuck. Precisely.
Yeah.
This was just a week ago that he was responding to people's comments on his page. About me and Marissa are going to clear this up. When you know what you did, you know you dumped her, you know you broke her heart, you know you was literally like, we're not even carrying on this process, we're not even going to date anymore. You know all of that, but you're still like, yeah, Marissa's going to back me. Horrible work. Horrible.
Trash behavior. Okay, do you think we're gonna we shouldn't get flagged for this, right?
No, I think he's actually one of the open ones as well.
Okay.
But if he does, I can remove it after.
Okay, support our lives. Let's do it. Okay, cool.
All right. Aggressive. He is.
Hi everyone. How are you doing?
Sorry, my bad. I always forget. I don't like notifications, so everything is muted. Okay, cool.
Good, Marissa. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Oh, wow, thank you.
You look great. You're smiling. You're glowing. I don't know if this means you're happily in love and married, but you look great.
Or finally came to your senses and realized that this is not the best situation for you. Could be either one. We don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, you know what? You're just got to watch in 2 days, right?
We will certainly watch. Let's just get right into it. I know you have a limited time. I've been hypercritical of Ramses. I loved him so much, as many people did early on. Seemed this like enlightened man, just said all the right things, great looking.
Wait, people don't like Nick.
Oh, really? See, I don't know who this dude is until what was it? Who did the interview with him? And it was shared. I can't remember now, but I didn't know who he was at all. I've never seen this pod before, and now I see all of them seem to go and talk to him. I was like, oh, okay, who's this man? But yeah, people find him annoying. I love their set.
Their set is beautiful. He was. Oh, can't say. Really? Okay, right. What I know about him? I'm correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But he was on a show himself, and then he done this podcast, and one of these girls is his girlfriend or wife. Is that correct? Is he on the dance? Was he was on The Bachelor? Yeah, I think.
Okay. So he already has a. Okay, I get it. What? And he's with the Bachelorette.
Oh, he was on the Bachelorette. One of the girls is his wife. Is it the dark haired girl there? Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, El Michelle. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know, but he's. To me, he seems fake progressive. That's what he seems like to me. But like, I haven't watched. Yes, there's an age gap. Yes, he's 43 and his wife is 25,
and the mother of his kid. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so this is quite a strong consensus with most of you in here that has seen anything of him. You don't like him.
Sorry, man.
Interesting. But everybody seems to go on his. He seems to always have the exclusives.
He's usually number one because I think he interviews them before the reunion and before the final some of the times.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And like, because even the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, all of them went on there, but in different, like, do you know what I mean?
That's when I noticed him.
Right. Okay.
I remember what we was watching, and I was like, that's when all of his clips started coming up for me. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. He does get. Yeah.
He's that stop. He gets the exclusives.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So yeah, let's see. So sorry, guys. Sorry to offend you, but we're gonna play it.
Guy seemed like he's really in touch with his feelings. And then all of a sudden, the sex conversation with you guys happened. And it just like, he just did an absolute nosedive. I'm curious how you see it. I think whether it was the birth control conversation or the period sex conversation, I honestly don't know which one was more shocking and alarming. Yeah. I think we were talking about this earlier. Since I was like an 18-year-old boy, if you've had any girlfriends whatsoever with a willingness to just understand what's important to them, you know, what they prioritize, their needs, et cetera, you kind of learn this stuff early on. And Ramses is a married man and he's in his 30s. And it just seems like he has no excuse to have this point of view. Ignorance doesn't seem to be a good argument. It just seems like he just doesn't care. But anyways, enough about what I think. I am curious about, you know,
I mean,
like for you. And I guess, you know, when you guys were having this conversation, was it as shocking to hear it out of his mouth as it seems to be as shocking for us to watch it?
Okay, so the conversation was not as shocking in person. I think I was, as you can kind of tell, like I'm usually very bubbly and like I, you know, kind of speak without thinking. But in that moment, I was pretty quiet. That's because I was over here like wheels turning. I was trying to figure out like, where is this coming from? What are your intentions? Like, what are you implying? So at the moment, I didn't think it was as shocking. I think I was just like, I was very annoyed that he even brought this up because we were such a physically intimate couple. And, you know, he knew what was the situation. So I was more like annoyed, not as shocked. Now, watching back, I will tell you, I was definitely shocked. Like, you know, a third person view is just so different. And so seeing that conversation and being like, oh my God, okay, that did not look good. And I don't think that Ramses meant the conversation to come across that way. I think that his words, the wording and how it came across for him, you know, it was pretty representative. Like, it's not like it's a lie. It came out of his mouth, but I do think like he didn't realize what he was saying. And I think that's where I'm like, I watch back a lot of our scenes and I'm like, ooh, like, I think a lot of the times he doesn't realize how it's coming across. And I don't know where that comes from, but.
Well, thanks for bringing this up. Cause I guess just two questions I would want to ask you. Ramses hasn't seemed to have spoken on any of this, but I wouldn't be shocked when he does, as many people in his position before him do, will say something like, it was taken out of context, it was edited, blah, 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 blah. But you were there. So just out of curiosity, do you remember it, how it was aired? Like, is it fairly accurate? Or do you think it would be disingenuous for Ramses when he does speak on this for him to blame the edit?
I don't know what he will think about that, if it's the edit or not. I could see how he might allude to that and say it might be the edit. I personally have sat a lot with that question of like, I remember the conversation going one way and I remember feeling another way. And then I also see it and it's a different way. So I don't necessarily think it is the edit. I do think that you guys are not obviously seeing the full, like the end of the conversation, right? So the conversation about birth control, for example, you aren't seeing that. We talked about vasectomy, right? Falling into that, you know, so, and how he addresses like, wow, like I, you know, kind of.
Wait, so they talked about him having a vasectomy?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yeah, this guy just wanted to smash Raw with no restrictions.
Yes. I think so. And also, I'm feeling like they have had a conversation about this recently, and she is going into a bit of like, I'm going to defend him.
Like damage control on
just how she's talking. It's like, you're not speaking freely. Like, nah, I'm not sure.
It's giving Cat and Freddy, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's continue.
Kind of have this male privilege. I should have like been more aware. Like, so if you don't see that type of context, I think he would probably bring that stuff up for sure.
Okay.
And say like, yeah, I sounded like a dickhead in the beginning, but then, you know, I kind of came to. And I think that's what happened a lot with our conversations.
I mean, that's fair. I guess I'm just more shocked that, especially the period sex.
Oh, sorry.
You on your account.
I forgot. You gotta remind me. Hold on. Sorry. Schoolboy error. Let me just what time was it at? Okay, I'll find it. 1 second. Switch counts.
Yeah. See, as Annabelle has saying, she can't read.
Sorry, say that again.
Annabelle said she can't rewrite what happened even if she wants. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
YRMW says, I don't know. I think she needs to grow up and stand on business. In the article, she even said she tried to get back with him and he didn't want to.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. I think there is, it's hard though, isn't it? Because she loved him.
Yeah.
When
She was
somebody is being kind of like jumped online, I get it. Even if they did break your heart, you may be a bit like, no, but he doesn't understand what he's saying, and he's a good man, and like you're gonna get into all of that. But he should come out and defend himself. I think that's the thing with him. He's always been a bit lily-livered. So don't defend him. Like, let him come out.
Yeah, let him defend himself. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that for sure. Hopefully I'm in the right place.
I don't know.
Oh, and I muted it again. Sorry. Hey, I'm gonna I've got time today. I don't even. Seriously. Okay, cool.
What he will think about that, if it's the edit or not, I could see how he might allude to that and say it might be the edit. I personally have sat a lot with that question of like, I remember the conversation going one way and I remember feeling another way. And then I also see it and it's a different way. So
sorry, I just like he sounded like a man who needed you, a woman, to explain to him why he's not going to get as much action while you're on your period. And that seems, I just don't know what context he could be speaking from is what I'm trying to figure out.
How did you feel in that moment when that conversation happened?
Well, I was pissed. I was like, dude, I'm sick. I'm driving back and forth from Baltimore. I'm in law school. I'm carrying the weight of the wedding planning at this point. So I was really annoyed. I would say that as I look back and I watch it and I remember how I felt in that moment, I think that at the time I didn't think there was not that I didn't think there was a problem with the conversation. Like, he's fair to ask about our intimacy. And he didn't just mean he didn't only mean sex. Like, he was talking about other forms of affection and all that, like the petting thing, that stuff where I was like, do you feel rejected? So he was talking about other forms, but as I look at it, I realize I'm shocked that I'm not more shocked, to be honest, when we're having the conversation. And I think it's just, to be honest, like, as a woman, you're kind of conditioned at times to deal with with guys like that, where guys are like, oh, I want to have sex. Like, you kind of, I don't know. I've experienced that multiple times. I think I was just like, oh, great. It's just another guy wanting to be physically affectionate with me when I don't want to. I have an autoimmune disease that I was flaring at the time. I'm PMSing. I'm doing all these things. And here he is complaining about this. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt in the moment.
It's incredible.
So
I think that's really real.
It is. Yeah, I agree with her. And I think, not agree with her, I understand where she's coming from. But like, I do, what was I going to say? I just feel like, because she's got this history of like dating straight, like men that have strange views, for example, like dating a Trump supporter, for example, when she's not necessarily in line with those views. Like, it does make me think, okay, well, of course you would put up with a conversation like this. Do you know what I mean? Because you're used to kind of dealing with nonsense. There's no other way to put it. But yeah.
I think so. And also, I think it's so common getting into, I don't feel like it, and your partner being like, no, but I do want it. And then you kind of, it's like a tightrope of, can I advocate for myself in this moment? Or are they going to lose interest in me? And going through that. So I understand how she would just be like, okay, here we go again. And this is also for men to really take on, like, you think it's so like nothing to just, because you're just sticking your penis in. It's like there is an actual human being who has emotions, is going through things. For one, she's literally also having a flare up with her autoimmune. You don't know what that feels like. And she has a PMT as well. But it's like, just leave her alone. And sometimes you become even more sensitive to touch as well. I know when I'm getting close to my period, it's like the irritability isn't just mood, it's also like skin. Like, just touching can be irritating. So it's all of that. And then now I've got to listen to your bullshit as well. It's like, just allow it. But I understand why she didn't have an immediate adverse reaction to it, because it can just make down, just dealing with men. It's very
Yeah,
common.
you can switch off,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And I think she is, because she is so upbeat, like, do you know what I mean? She's not necessarily going to immediately take that as like a slight or whatever. So I
Yes.
get where I can understand her, even if I don't agree with
Yeah.
how she's handled or agree with her stance. Like, do you know what I mean? I can get where she's coming from.
And she's a Mormon.
Yes.
So that faith
different.
angle and how she was brought up in the Mormon church, and a woman
Mhm.
being second and should be there to please her man, it's like there is a lot of accommodating kind of ethoses, and just being in the military that she's probably had to go through. So she ain't going to be sparky. She ain't going to react very quickly. She's going to be like, okay, that's what my man wants.
Yeah, keep sweet, basically.
Precisely.
Okay, so we continue.
Incredibly valid, and I think without the context, it is hard for us viewers to like give him any sort of understanding or empathy during both of these occasions. I think another time in which we were a little rubbed the wrong way was him judging you for your serving this country.
Yeah, that, look, I'll put it this way. It's been a year and I've done a lot of like therapy before and after the, filming. And something I realized that's so obvious is how people pleasing I can be, and how accommodating and I'm compromising to my own values I am. So in that conversation with Ramses about the military, I was obviously feeling judged. I vocalized that to him, but I was just like trying to grapple with like my complicated feelings as well as the judgment. And I just couldn't figure it out in that scene. Like I just couldn't figure it out in that conversation. And it was something that we kind of discussed a little bit off camera of just like, dang, it's a bummer that you don't like want to really support me here. But I also thought it wasn't a big deal because I was like, well, I'm never joining the military again.
You were so gracious to honestly communicate your own issues you had with the military, which honestly, someone in your position is it's taking a risk to do that on a national platform. I'm sure a lot of your peers and people you serve with might feel a certain way, and yet you were willing to speak on that and be very honest about that, while in addition to still serving your country. And even that wasn't good enough for him. It was like, it wasn't like, hey, I'm glad that you have an open mind to seeing, what our government or what our military does and have a more broader approach. But
do you know what? Yeah, you see Ramses in this moment in time. You know what who reminded me of? But you remember Shaka Bars? Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's a very judgmental vegan. Yeah. That's what that whole conversation was giving. Like that energy. I'm not saying all vegans are judgmental, but this one in particular is very judgmental on people. And it was given that kind of energy. Like, I know that you're different now, but still, it's like he would judge you. Like, say if he was a vegan, like, because you ate meat one time, like, you're still bad. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was
I feel you. He definitely was. He wasn't letting up. It's only because I agree with him, but definitely that's supposed to be your wife to be. And yes, you should also understand how this could affect her life. He didn't give a heck.
He didn't give a
I
heck.
want you on camera now as we're talking to denounce the military. That's what he was after. And
what was wild, for him to do that in front of her friends, because they had this conversation already, and you knew you asked her to marry you knowing her history, and it's crazy. Like, why still continue to judge her? It just doesn't make sense to me.
And this is and then in the whole totality, this was a problem for you, and then you dumped her.
Exactly.
Like, that's the level of no, you're crazy, because yes, it would have affected her life, most definitely. She probably now is still dealing with some of her friends being like, I didn't like how you spoke about the military.
Yeah,
that's real. Like, Americans are so, even how he's talking about
strangers. Like, do you know what I mean?
Even how he's talking to her about it, like, it's very dangerous.
It's true.
Yeah, and then
sorry.
You dumped the chick. Like, it's actually wild behavior what he was doing to this woman. No.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Okay.
Still, thank you for your service. Thank you for sacrificing your literal life and doing something like that, quite honestly, Ramses or myself or anyone in this room didn't do. And then all the privileges that we all experience are a direct result of your service. Thank you, by the way. It just seemed fucking nuts that he was able to speak on this in such a level of like authority. He doesn't have any authority to speak on, but he came from a place as if he did.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, he did. Like, I think when he says like, well, no one put a gun to your head to join. At that point, I was like, did you listen to anything I said? Like, I just told you about, but you don't realize it was so complicated. And I think, again, at that time, I was still grappling with my own feelings. And I was like, I want to respect your feelings, but, I wasn't receiving the same return. And again, that kind of comes with, I was there for love. So I tried to be understanding, and I wasn't really necessarily receiving the same in return. I recognize that now.
Okay.
So.
It's
Okay.
still
I think also Nick loves you.
Sorry, say that again.
It's like she's still trying to be gracious. Even he dumped you harshly, and there's still a level of like, I've come round. No, the guy was fuckeries. Like, just call him out of his name. He was horrible to you.
But yeah. No, I hear it. Seriously.
Your mom. He was like, this is what this is like a mother should be. Like, these parents being like, oh yeah, for sure, like whatever you want to do. He was like, I don't stand by that. Have you and your mom had a conversation about her harshness on Ramses that first meeting?
Yeah, we have. And, thank you for the kind words about my mom, because she is a very protective, loving mother, and she supports me.
I love her so much.
But you know what? We've talked about it, and she's more upset that she feels like she embarrassed me. And I told her she didn't embarrass me. Like, I told her, okay, we don't have to talk about his looks. Like, we can leave that off the table, Mom. But I told her that before filming, and she did what she wants, and she's an adult. But at the end of the day, I prefer to have a parent who asks the hard questions and sees kind of through the bullshit, because she knows me. I'm a lover girl. I'm a little delusionally romantic. And she knows that I'm just going to accept the person for who they are. And even if it's not that great for me at times. And so I am happy that she asked the hard questions. And honestly, Ramses was very understanding as well. Like, he was like, oh, it's a Hispanic mother who's very protective. I don't have a father in my life. So she kind of takes that role. And I think if she was a man or a dad, and she was saying some of the harsh things, minus the looks, but saying some of the harsh things to him, I think nobody would have.
Yeah, everyone been standing up and like, oh, we love a tough dad. Exactly. I think you nailed it perfectly. And honestly,
do you think so though? I don't think like a dad could be like, I'm gonna cut off your balls and everyone's gonna be okay with that. Like,
no, I don't think so. And definitely not a black dad. I think that would have gone down the wrong way.
Yeah. They would be like, oh, your dad was threatening me with violence.
Yes. I think definitely overall, the mum brought it back, because it was hella harsh, but now we're like, cool, makes sense. And especially as she does know her daughter. So now seeing, your daughter is a bit of a people pleaser, it's fair for her mum to be like, nah, I'm not following this okie doke. You got to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely. And she was right. Look at him flipping.
Do you know what I mean?
Kid.
So funny. Nicolette said, someone said, Nicolette, you said this. I know you did. One of Ramses loves Marissa, and one of them hates her. No, Nicolette, you're actually hilarious.
Oh my god.
That tickled me. Okay, cool. Yeah, there is. I forgot. I actually watched this on speed, so I was just like, why is it taking so long? But yeah.
But our time is cutting short, so
yeah, so maybe guys watch the rest of it. I don't know. There's not much more. She doesn't say that much more, to be fair.
If you wanna watch the rest of that interview.
But, you can go to thingy. But yeah, I feel like we've shared enough. We shared the key points. But yeah, Yeah, interesting. So Marissa's talking, which is great. I'm definitely gonna hit her up and see if she will come on our show. Who knows? We might get her. You never know.
For real. As somebody was saying, I realized that they don't go on the black pods as much. That's
Is
a
someone
thing,
there?
you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
earlier on they said I realized that the stars don't go on the black pods as much as they do everybody else's.
Okay.
It's a thing. What can you say? It's a part of black media. It's real. It's like
Yeah.
they want to go where there's numbers. It's like the circle of life. You want to go where there's numbers, but you won't go on to make that platform bigger so that they have numbers. And here we are.
Yeah.
Same spirals. So I don't know how we change this. Maybe it's for you guys actually. Maybe it actually is for the viewers to then on their pages and tell them you should go on this pod.
Yeah.
You should be talking to these people. Maybe that's the way round we need to go, because I don't know. All we can do is reach out.
Yeah. And we do. This is the thing. We actually do. And like sometimes it's cool. We have a conversation and we understand the reasons why they don't, or at least the reasons why they're telling us they don't want to do it and everything like that. And, you know, that's helpful, even if it doesn't come. It's like, you know, when you send out your CV and you don't get interviewed, but like most of the companies don't tell you.
It's something. It is something to hear back. Like this is why. This is why at this moment why I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's all good. But
yeah. But yeah, I think I'll definitely try and talk to Marissa. I feel a bit bad for her still. If Ramses, you know, if he comes out and says anything, let's see what he comes out with. I don't know. I know he's gonna be annoying.
All right, what about Ramses though?
Hmm?
Should we talk to Ramses?
I mean,
if Ramses was like, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm going to speak to you guys exclusively.
I need to know what his position is. Like, what is he actually saying? What is the message that he's trying to spread before we give him a platform? Like, because that would be wild for him to be like sitting on LABRISH and talking about, yeah, you know, it's normal for a man to demand that, you know, or kind of like guilt trip his girl into potentially sleeping with him, even though she's sick and on her period. Like, that's not, no, I'm not platforming that message.
Guys, what do you think? I would chat to him. Yeah. I would like him to get a good auntie telling off.
Yeah, I don't know if it works like that though. That's the thing. We'll be doing more to support him rather than thinking.
Yeah, do, because most people.
Yeah, but like not all numbers are good numbers. Just like not all money is good money. Do you know what I mean? And I know this about me as well, and I've always been like this. It's just like integrity. Do you know what I mean?
I see. This is. I mean, we differ on this all the time, and nobody that watches us will know that we don't agree on all things. But I am more like, that's where my integrity lies, is to hear both sides and not be like dogmatic in where I think the person is. Like,
no, but that's why I said I need to hear what his position is before. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
So that's but you would do it before I would do it. I would do it in an interview.
Exactly, no. Yeah. I need to know what you're saying beforehand to know if it aligns. And if it doesn't align, then no. Yeah.
Compelling content. I'm more on that side of things. Black Rob.
Yeah. Yeah. That
is literally that's the either the dynamic of us two. This is how it works.
Definitely. But yeah, Divine, good afternoon. No worries. You're never late for us. I mean, we're always late. We're always late. Seriously.
Yes, let's see who even responds, because sometimes I don't know. Have we had an American? No, we
not
haven't had
talent.
reality.
No,
Yeah.
no,
let's
hosts
see.
and stuff, but not talent. Yeah.
Let's
Mendy
see. I would like to talk to her.
Marissa, yeah. I
Honestly,
want to talk to her. I want to talk to Ashley.
Yes.
I want to talk to Alex. I want to talk to. I even want to talk to Hannah.
No, you know who else? I want to talk to Monica. I really want to talk to Monica. I want Monica to explain why she was still talking to Stephen. I actually really want to talk to Monica as well. Yeah, but Ashley would probably be I so want to hear from Ashley. But I feel like Ashley's not going to talk other than what she's obligated to do for the show. Like, like the Cosmopolitan, like those types of ones. I don't know if Ashley's going to talk though.
Ooh, Sonia said Marissa's mom would be a good guest. Absolutely.
Oh, she would.
I'm writing that down.
Well done, Sonia. Well done.
Love that. I would love to talk to her. She will spill the tea.
Sean says, only get Ramses on if you can tell him off. That would be it. Other than that, what's the point? And also says Ashley is too gone at this point. We still got to hear from her.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I think like maybe we're a little bit too tiny to get the exclusive with Ashley. But like, do you know what I mean? But I would like to talk to her at some point anyway. Yeah, I just think like we would have a different type of conversation, just because we're in a completely different market as well. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like they could mix it up a little bit, Monica and Alex got away with murder because they weren't great, but their bad behavior was outshone by their partners and outshone by Tyler. Tyler basically, just wiped everybody's slate clean.
Basically, like Tim owes Tyler a lot.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because it's 100%. Like Tim only got a little bit of heat because Tyler came in and just took it all away. But realistically, yeah, he owes him a lot. But I would like to hear from Alex as well, and just what it was, what she thinks of her process, like how it went, what actually happened in that argument as well, what took place. I want to know.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, Joe's saying rank the contestants. Joe, I'm running out of time. I want to. Mate, let's do it on Monday. Do homework.
We'll do it on Monday, and hopefully in the next few days there'll be more bits for us to go over on Monday as well.
Yeah,
and we'll see.
Okay. And do you send us stuff as well?
Because you guys are a rock, You're like our searchers. It's helpful.
All the men owe Tyler a lot. They do. Okay, guys, this is fun. I love the watch along. Actually, I think
we'll do this more. Do you guys like it? Should we do more of this? We'll do more watch alongs without hopefully getting copyrighted. But yeah, this is fun. I like it.
Yeah, defo. All right, cool. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to wrap this up to here. Unfortunately, today it's a short one today. LABRISH is gonna be back on Monday at 1 p.m. our normal time. Also, just so you know, actually, we're going to an event tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it all on Monday. But we're going to an event tomorrow. And gonna see Ashley Darby. Is that her name?
Yes, Ashley Darby.
Ashley Darby from Real Housewives of Potomac.
Do you guys know her?
Yeah. Do you guys watch that? Do you know her? But we're going to an event tomorrow, so that should be fun. And we'll tell you all about it on Monday. Our episode is coming out. When is that episode coming out?
It should be out tonight. It should be.
Tonight?
Straight away, I can't stand Ashley.
It should be fun.
Ashley is the worst.
Oh god. Oh god. Well, send us
guys.
Oh yeah, that is a reference to the new season. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you're not watching it, watch it, please, so we can get up to the date because we're going to be watching it. Gilda says, book the like button. 270 people watching and 60 likes. It's wild like Ramases 2 locks. Yeah. How dare you?
Please, please. And actually, if any of you have any really good questions that we could put to Annabelle, send it to us. Be in our inbox. Like, help us out. Like,
yeah, questions that's not going to get us thrown out of the event. Okay,
please.
please.
Like, good question.
Good questions. So yeah, our show will be out today. Our main show will be out today. It's only AK and Farah on the main show, so it's really mixing up, really different this week. But it should be a good show nonetheless. I think they're talking about all sorts of different things. And News and Nonsense is back.
We will be doing News and Nonsense tomorrow at 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, cool.
you guys jump on that 8:00, and we're not going to midnight again, Yvonne. We're not doing to midnight. It's going to be a 2-hour show.
Okay, cool. Our inbox, you can hit us up on Your Aunties Could Never on all different platforms, or you can hit us individually as well. Mine is on Instagram and YouTube now because I've changed it to Sade Salami Official, and Nana's is nanaevans.com.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys, we will see you on Monday together, and Nana will see you tomorrow at 8. Okay, see ya. Bye.
Bye.